Good afternoon, Southwest Florida. I'm Bree Walling. This Naples Herald lunch break is sponsored by our friends at Fusillo Kia of Cape Coral. This afternoon, we'll tell you about a historic election outcome in Virginia, Twitter and Snapchat trying to revive their popularity, and more. Today is Wednesday, November 8th, and this is the lunch break. A transgender candidate defeated an incumbent Virginia lawmaker who sponsored a bill that would have restricted which bathroom she could use. Democrat Danica Roem, a former journalist, is set to make history as the first openly transgender person elected and seated in a state legislature in the U.S. She unseated Republican delegate Bob Marshall, one of the state's longest-serving and most socially conservative lawmakers. The race was one of the year's most high-profile, drawing international attention and big money to the Northern Virginia district. Roem openly discussed her gender identity during her campaign, but it was far from her focus. Instead, she focused on jobs, schools, and Northern Virginia's traffic congestion. She also argued that Marshall, who has served in the House since 1992, has spent too much time on social policy. In addition to this year's bathroom bill, Marshall was also the author of a now void constitutional amendment that defined marriage as between one man and one woman, and sponsored a bill banning gay people from openly serving in the Virginia National Guard. Congratulations, Danica. A pair of struggling social media outlets have decided they need to take on new looks if they want to prosper. Twitter is rolling out a newly increased 280-character limit for nearly all its users, and Snapchat, mostly popular with young people, will undergo a revamp to make itself easier to use in the hopes it can attract a wider audience. Snapchat needs to grow its user base in the US, France, the UK, and Australia, including Android users, people older than 34, and what he calls rest of world markets. Twitter, meanwhile, appears also to be banking that by freeing users from the 140-character straitjacket, its platform will gain in popularity. The company says 9% of tweets written in English hit the 140-character limit, and people ended up spending more time editing tweets or didn't send them out at all. The news led to an onslaught of extended tweets by users seeming to revel in the sudden doubling of their Twitter real estate. Others were not impressed, including at least one who quoted Shakespeare as saying, "Brevity is the soul of wit." A teary and emotional Elton John celebrated the 25th anniversary of his AIDS Foundation with a gala in New York City, raising about $4.4 million and telling the audience that they would end the AIDS epidemic by 2030. The Elton John AIDS Foundation launched in 1992 in the U.S. and in the UK a year later. The two organizations have raised more than $385 million since then, and John said 98% of what is raised is used to help others. The benefit was hosted by Neil Patrick Harris, and attendees included Billy Joel, Sting, Sheryl Crow, and Maxwell, and actresses Glenn Close and Susan Lucci. The event's auction prizes included a visit to a taping of the TV series Will and Grace and a meet and greet with the cast, a Bulgari necklace, and tickets to Saturday Night Live. Alec Baldwin appeared on stage before the SNL tickets were auctioned, going into character as Clinton and then President Trump. Read more about the event online. And that was the lunch break for today. I'm Bree Walling. The lunch break airs Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. right here at NaplesHerald.com. And don't forget to check out our morning report that also airs Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.